Hamas kept saying till the end of December, we're ready to renew the ceasefire. We're willing to renew the ceasefire. But Israel has to abide by its obligation. Israel has to lift the blockade of Gaza. Israel said no. Hamas had to stop its rocket and mortar attacks, but Israel will not lift the blockade of Gaza. By the end of December, Sarah Roy, a Harvard University, the world's leading authority in Gaza's economy, she also happens to be the daughter of a survivor of Auschwitz concentration camp. By the end of December, Sarah Roy was writing in the London Review of Books, the breakdown of an entire society is happening in front of us in Gaza, but there is little international response beyond UN warnings which are ignored. And now the people of Gaza, Hamas, were faced with two stark options. One was to acquiesce in their gradual, in their incremental destruction, or two, to resist, to fight. Hamas chose resistance, although it has to be said, the resistance was largely symbolic. At the time, the former Israeli military commander in Gaza, he said, speaking to his fellow Israelis, you cannot just land blows, leave the Palestinians in Gaza in economic distress, and expect that Hamas will just sit around and do nothing. It's easy enough to condemn the Hamas rocket and mortar attacks on Israel. All the human rights organizations did so. But if you want to condemn Hamas, it seems to me you also have to show what was their other option, what was their alternative. If you can't show another option, if you can't show an alternative, then you're in effect saying that the people of Gaza had a legal and moral obligation to just lie still and die. Well, Israel decided to expedite, to speed up the process, and on December 27, 2008, it launched its invasion of Gaza, its long-planned and long-prepared invasion of Gaza. Now, it lasted 22 days, what Amnesty International called the 22 days of death and destruction. What happened in Gaza? Nowadays, to the extent that it's even remembered, we're told there was a war in Gaza. Even reputable human rights organizations, they refer to the Gaza War. There was a war in Gaza. I imagine some of you in this room, when you refer back to those days, you refer to the Gaza War. Israel is emphatic. There was a war in Gaza. In fact, Israel boasts that now we show those Arabs, we show those Muslims who's who and what's what. We show them who's in charge in this corner of the world. How did we show them? Well, Israel says, we won the war in Gaza. We won the war in Gaza. We undid the defeat in 2006. We won the war in Gaza. But then along came an Israeli strategic analyst, and he said, it's very dangerous for Israel to believe it won the war in Gaza when there In reality, not a single battle was fought. In reality, not a single battle was fought during the 22 days of fighting. I think it would be wiser if we just turn off the screen because it's becoming just a distraction. Don't mind. Okay, that's fine. That's okay? No problem. As long as I don't press a button, the machine explodes. I'm very good at booting up that stuff. It's okay, that's good. So, the Israeli strategic analyst, he said, it's very dangerous for Israel to believe it won the war when there was no war. In reality, not a single battle was fought during the 22 days of fighting. A former Israeli foreign ministry official, he said, there was no war. Hamas sat in its bunkers and came out when it was all over. Well, if there was no war in Gaza, what did happen? On the military plane, it's fairly straightforward. The Israelis supplied the statistics, no reason to doubt their accuracy. It began with what the Israelis called the air phase of the assault, the first week. By the end of the 22 days, Israel had flown about 3,000 combat missions over Gaza. Every plane returned, not a single plane was down. In fact, not a single plane was damaged, which is not altogether too surprising because the Palestinians had no anti-aircraft defenses to speak of. After the first week began what Israel called its ground and air offensive, the invasion by the Israeli soldiers. So the soldiers had special night warfare equipment. Hamas couldn't even see them, let alone handle them. No battles, no fighting, no planes down, no planes damaged. Hamas couldn't even see the combatants on the ground. So what did happen in Gaza? Actually, we have some very good evidence or testimony to what happened. Testimony which is, you might call it, unimpeachable. You can't really challenge it. It's the testimony of the Israeli soldiers themselves on what they experienced in Gaza. So here's what the soldiers have to say. Soldier, there was nothing there. Ghost towns. Except for some livestock, nothing moved. Soldier, most of the time it was boring. There were not really too many events. Soldier, I did not see one single Arab the whole time we were there, that whole week. Soldier, everyone was disappointed about not engaging anyone. Soldier, usually we did not see a living soul. Except for our soldiers, of course. Not a soul. Soldier, go ahead, ask the other soldiers how often they encountered combatants in Gaza. Nothing. No one. Soldier, there was supposed to be a tiny resistance force upon entering Gaza, but there just wasn't any. Sounds kind of surreal. A war